Gonjiam Haunted Asylum. I absolutely love this film. Absolutely. Hello there, namaste. So Gonjiam Haunted Asylum is a found footage kind of YouTube documentary style haunting. I gotta say, I absolutely love this film. So the movie starts off showing a few kids who went into this haunted asylum, and they went to room 402, and then they disappear. So this YouTuber decides to get this team together and go to the haunted asylum and create like this partly staged, partly, making the other people he cast fear for their lives. Because of course he's going to have a few members there that know the whole thing's staged to make the others scared. It's kind of like the Blair Witch. The Blair Witch was realistic because a lot of people didn't know what was going on. So he emulates that. And I got to say, I absolutely found that great. Absolutely great, because here you have these haunted people, these YouTubers who go from like haunted place to haunted place to haunted place just to say they'd been there. Of course, the ones who know that the whole thing is staged are like doing things to just scare the ones who, well, think the whole thing's real. They're just at a real location. But the whole thing starts getting really weird, mainly because the studio office, which is running everything, the power starts going out, gas pilot lights on its own. So many things start happening there. And then you start seeing that emulate inside the haunted asylum. I keep wanting to say house. And the whole thing is so amazingly well done. There is only one jump scare, I'll say, that's in this film, purposefully in this film. Everything else is the ambiance, is the sound, is the characters themselves being afraid for their lives. Everything works so well. And I love a horror film that just relies on its aesthetic. It's a difficult word for me. I love that. Because when a horror film just relies on the sudden bam, I'm right in your face, you get, I don't, that doesn't work on me. I'm just like, okay, boom, okay, I get it. Boom, I get it. You don't get that adrenaline anymore. But when you see something slowly creeping in, when the audio starts getting at you, when you start hearing a ping pong slowly pinging throughout the film, when they start talking about why the ping pong ball is relevant, you start to get like, oh my gosh, something is going on here. And then when things, you slowly turn someone around, you know you're going to see something, but when they open their eyes, you're still like, oh my gosh, because it's more natural than the jump in your face type of scare. Because when I started this film, I was basically trying to decide who would be the one that gets away. Oh, the one they keep telling is too young, too inexperienced, she's gonna get out. Oh, it's gonna be these people who realize what's going on and they're gonna get out. No, I was trying to roll the dice and see who was gonna get out, because it's always fun to have one person get out, because then it possibly gives you a sequel, which are never as good. But this film, I gotta say, was masterfully done. Masterfully done. The found footage, everything was just so well placed. You see them having fun, doing a few theme parks before they get to the haunted asylum. You see them living their life. You start seeing the dynamic with them all break down. You see them in the van as they're heading towards the asylum, planning how they're going to do each shot, because in the end, it's a show. Even though it's haunted, you still want to make sure the show's done properly. Hands down, one of the best horrors I have seen. Absolutely. Especially with the fact that it's a small cast. It's all done with like GoPros. You see the cameras in the shots, but you don't care. You don't care because it's like, yeah, this is all found footage. Yep, that person's holding that camera. Oh, it's at this angle? Wait, who's shooting this shot here? You know, it's funny because as much as I love this film, I still kind of feel, now that I'm thinking back on it, I wish I knew the story of what exactly was going on. Who's the one haunting? Is it the director? Is it the one from room 402? Is it the ping pong ball itself? Like, there's so much that happened that they introduced that it's like, what the heck actually went down? What actually went down? Because honestly, I'd love to get a sequel with like an actual investigation. Like having a police investigation. Oh, these YouTubers, these TikTokers, these streamers, these live vloggers all went to this location and disappeared. I mean, that would be an interesting sequel where you actually have detectives go in and have to solve the old case. to find out exactly why this is all happening, only for them to realize they just need to burn the whole building down. Like I normally mention, you bulldoze everything down, because a fire, the ghosts can stop. A giant bulldozer, they will not be able to stop that. They have the ability to cool down the temperature. They don't have the ability to stop a giant wrecking ball. But in the end, I absolutely recommend this film. I absolutely want to see this again. I really, really, really do. But it would give my wife too many nightmares. So I'll have to wait a while. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time. Toodles.
You guys got a video? It's so bad.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Wait, like that.